They feasted at Magnolia Table, they've ridden the boats down to Brazos, and now they're ready for their Baylor Bears to go to work here inside McLean Stadium in Waco, Texas. Today, an in-state battle between two teams from the state of Texas, and when you face off against another squad from the Lone Star State, the emotions tend to run a little higher. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Sam Houston Bearcats, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, Nathan Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Bears will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Down for the offense. The give to the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. And the Bearcats moving quickly to the line. They'll go right back to the run. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. The snap sets up to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. And the Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Gets open down the middle. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D.
Let's go, Bearcats.
Trying play action. Fires downfield. He's got it. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around to make it an easy passing catch.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Handoff to the lone back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bearcats. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So Baylor's offense will go to work for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. It's complete on the right side. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Bears will hustle to the line. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. After picking up this first down on the ground, let's see what they do. He wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Dobbs. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. What a snag by the defense. Taking it the other way. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats! What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. He fires one deep down the right side. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 4th down, going to the air. Reels it in as he goes out of bounds on the right side for a huge play. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Looking to move it through the air. He'll take another shot here. Makes the catch. Touchdown Bears! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. And after the extra point, they cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
The Bearcats come to the line in the hurry-up. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. He finds his man. At the 40, there he goes. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
On 3rd down, offenses have their plays. What they like in 3rd and short, what they like 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down.
And that pass intercepted. Takes it the other way. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They finally get him on the ground with a big running play moves to change for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Baylor!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Lining up for the PAT. Right down the boulevard. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Toledo is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Bruce Gradkowski should never be counted out of any game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Kent State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. It's complete. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. And the Bearcats in the hurry-up.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? He's looking for a man on second down. Got his man on the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. On target. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? You be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense.
They get him down after he makes the catch. Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And the Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Fires to the middle. Finds a tight end down the gut. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Going up top on first down. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. And now on second down for this offense.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
They're bringing heat. And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out.
Ineligible receiver, downfield, offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. From the gun, wants to pass. Nice. Get away.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Unloads to the wideout. It's Welcome to Waco, Texas, home of the Baylor Bears and McLean Stadium. Boats lining the Brazos as the Baylor line is ready to welcome the Bears onto the field. Today, a battle in the Lone Star State, and when you play another team from Texas, it just feels a little bit bigger. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Sam Houston Bearcats, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Baylor Bears. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Bearcats will kick it away to start us off. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Bears offense will get the first crack at it here. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
The Bears are in the hurry up. He's going to pass on second down. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his big tight end. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. That can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Finds his big tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Second down coming up. They'll give it to the back. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. And the Bears are marching down the field. To the air on first down. He makes the connection. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. A little less room to work with now. The ball's at the 28, and it's third and long. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bears! Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing with it.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. So the Sam Houston Bearcats offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game? The head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see.
The Bearcats want to crank the tempo. Right back to the well. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. It's a draw. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. The Bearcats getting set on 1st and 10.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
They'll try to get on the same page this time. 2nd and 10 from the 31. He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quickly complete. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. And that had all the makings of it. Bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first?
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
On 3rd down, going up top. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Bearcats decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. So they'll try to make up some of that ground on 2nd down from the 16. He's looking to throw. Sends it downfield. He's got it on the right. And he breaks into the open. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Baylor!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. To say this has been... Start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Swings it out to the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And this defense continues to bring the heat. First sack of the day, setting the tone in the first quarter. They had 5 last week, ladies and gentlemen. So this defense has been affecting the quarterback and making him feel so uncomfortable.
And the Bearcats will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it away from his own end zone. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get a little bit of
advance.
It's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires to the big fella. They stripped it out. And the defense has got it, and they're trying to pick up some yards. And they'll drag him down after a good return. First down here for the offense. To the ground with the back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. The Bearcats headed quickly. Looking to pass on 2nd down. It's complete to the left. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? From the gun, wants to pass. Might be looking to run. Going to try to get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Leaves it with the back. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll try to run for it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Bearcats will punt it away on 4th down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Catches it cleanly at the 20. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football ball, man. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Feeling some heat. They get to him as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quick pass on the fly motion. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Fast motion from the offense. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Bears are moving quickly down the field. Might as well give it to him again. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Makes his connection. And the Bears racing to the line in a hurry up. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Fires on the move. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? The Bears will try to punch it in on 1st and goal.
691, Gators score. Come on, set.
He'll keep it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run.
Quarterback sneak for the touchdown. No midseason concentration laps here in week 7 as they push out that lead.
Well, 2nd and goal that time, and instead of turning around and giving it to Mr. Dependable, you just let your quarterback do it himself. Up front, everybody's got to get low. It's low man wins. We're able to get a surge, and the quarterback plows in for the touchdown.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The offense set for a first down play. He's going to pass. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. The Bearcats will line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He gets a block. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. That last last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Looking to throw on second down. Going for it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Leaves it with the running back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Bears want to move quickly. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Makes a grab enough for the first. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle. He's back to throw on second down. They've got the screen set up. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Throws toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on... Just about turned the thing over.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bears! That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella. Pretty
impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They marched 56 yards to the end zone. And the house call coming on the one from the 23. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? They'll ride the hot hand. Showing off the arm. Slips a tackle and he's got room. Racing to the right. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Sam Houston. He ran through tackles like water through a sieve. The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Air Force has put on a majestic performance today, jumping out to an early lead and building on it from there, and now we have ourselves a blowout. They're up by 18 over New Mexico.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Skips away from pressure.
We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. He wants to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. The Bears want to pick up the tempo. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 28. He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor! How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. First down here for the offense. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. They'll throw it on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. After the short completion, it's now 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got his man downfield. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. That completion delivers a 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Takes a shot. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 40. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bears! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Ready to try the point after. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Bowman. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Clock's still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Wants to throw on second down. They're working that left side. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Waco. And you know, in a day where the spread option and air raid are the offenses of choice, how nice is it to see the 3 yards and a cloud of dust approach? Although we've also seen some runs go for a lot longer. Physical offensive lines coupled with great backs is like a throwback to the olden days, and that's refreshing. And with that, let's send it back to the guys along the banks of the Brazos River at McLean Stadium.
And the Bears will boot it away to start the second half. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back. The game. But it all starts on one play. And that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so
punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. He'll throw on 3rd down. Complete along the sidelines, and that'll be good enough for the first down.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand this, and that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Handoff to the single back. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. The Bearcats are on the move. Leaves it with the back. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Coming after it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that. line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead.
Oh, look out! Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. The Bears moving quickly to the line.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Got some room to run. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Got his man quickly. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion. The corners are walked up tight. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Finds his target down the middle. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. And the Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Now they'll try the right side. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down. Offense working from the pistol. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5.
Let's go! Alert! Unlock! Can!
He'll pull it on the read. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. And that pass picked off, bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay.
And he hauls it in at the 30. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. And the Bears will hustle to the line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties.
Snags it. Touchdown, Baylor! And the beatdown has ensued. he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because, Palmer, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about single cover, double cover, triple cover. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Give to the back. At the 45 on his way. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Got room on the return. The 30. Past the 10. Touchdown Bears! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense too, man. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Air Force is currently ahead in this one, but they may need to rev up an F-16 if they want to turn this into a blowout today. They're up by 7 over New Mexico. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this deep tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And the Bearcats will punt this one away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down. After the misfire, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires left. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. Little over-anxious out of the stands early, and it's a false start.
False start, offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the grab, it's Dickey. Now after the short completion, it's second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Lets it fly deep downfield. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back to its own.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go right back to him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Bears come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Unloads to the right. He's got it. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the right. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. They've converted twice on 4th down so far. Will they make it 3? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man, they convert. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Bears are moving quickly down the field. They'll throw it on first down. Finds his man down the middle. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. They want to just keep throwing it. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Now from inside the red zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor! And the punishment has been extended. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. After moving the sticks with the pass, here we are on first down. Back to throw, it's Hurley. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Let's see what they've got on second down.
Let's go.
The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. On second down, looking again to throw. Finds his tight end. Stopped after making the catch. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the third down pass is incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They'll keep it on the ground. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's the handoff. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. And the Bears in the hurry-up. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Quarterback will audible. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator. Try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got him.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Hurley. Got it set up on the outside. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the... I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay.
Throws toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the fourth quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They're in command of... See if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
The give to the tailback. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Still on his feet at the 45. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. The Bears have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'll be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this...
Oh, look out, there he goes! And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. No matter where they are on the field, they'll go for those chunk plays, and they got one that has them set up 1st and 10 at the 42. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Hurley. Looking left. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Bearcats will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Here's the fair catch, but there is a flag on the field. We might have to do this one again.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
This punter is such a weapon, and because he's able to get that ball down deep in his opponent's territory, that really helps out the defense. You're now forcing the opponent to drive the field to score points.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He's going to take off. Finds a crease at the 20. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Now from their own 20-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He put some heat on that one down the middle. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And he's going to go down as time has run out. 7 is the lucky and skilled number for this squad as they've made it to this point in the season, and they are still perfect.
Still perfect, and they're cooking. You can tell they got some momentum. 7 weeks, obviously.
UL